In this video, I picked out a few Roblox Bedwars matches that I've played, and I'm just going to go through the footage and take you through how I kind of analyze and assess each game. So, let's go to game 1. I always try to rush with the minimum amount of iron that I need to get to the diamond generators. So, on this map, I'm rushing the gens on 24 iron, which translates to about 48 wool. And then here, I'm kind of just waiting for 4 diamonds to go back to the base, and I'm just looking around to see what's going on with the rest of the map, seeing what other people are doing, and just making sure that no one's going to rush me. I get to Gen 1, and then I go through that exact same process until I have Gen 3, just so that it can be as efficient as possible. So now that I have Gen, my goal kind of changes from getting dimes to gearing up and preparing to rush certain bases, whatever has the most stacked team. But if no one is rushing the generators, I always try to pick up some more diamonds, as many as I can, kind of like you see right here, to get diamond generators 1, 2, and 3. Here I'm gearing up and I don't see this red guy, and he fireworks me off the map and I lose a bunch of good gear. I had apples, diamonds, iron katana, and an emerald. So I always try to save my emeralds and diamonds in the personal chest in case someone rushes. This is definitely the slowest part of the game, where I'm just gearing up and preparing in case someone rushes. So you'll have this throughout each game. Here I'm going to rush red. I don't see what the cover of the bed defense is, and then when I rush, the guy has a rage blade, so I just try to get out of there. I pearl out so I don't lose all my stuff, and I live to fight another day. Here I see the rage blade guy, so I try to do a kind of like a sneak attack, but I fall and then I lose a ton of health, but somehow he doesn't hit me one time and I'm barely able to get him. Here, as I'm opening up a big lucky block, I see red is too, so I try to rush them before they can get a bunch of loot and gear up. And it takes me a little while, but I'm able to get both of them, just in preparation in case they were planning on rushing me. I kind of stopped those advances. So, this is a long part. Right now, I'm really trying to intensify my pressure on red, but I make a pretty terrible mistake, and I rush the noob instead of the actually good player, and he has a physics gun, so it just turns into like an embarrassing 1v1, because not only am I not using my Uzi or my toy hammer, but I'm also getting rocked by this physics gun, because I keep getting on the edge right here, and it just becomes a terrible mess, and I have to get away. I always try to fire the RPG before I pearl over, so that I'm just able to one-tap the bed like you can see right here, and then I just destroy the entire team. I'll let this clip play out, but as I'm trying to rush the girl on green, the red guy with the physics gun ambushes me on top of the castle base thing, and because I don't have any pearls, and my Uzi's not on my hotbar, it almost turns into a game of Bed Wars tag, as I try to just hit him once, and then someone, I don't know what happens, but someone like RPGs him and he no-clips into the ground. Maybe into the back rooms, maybe he entered into the back rooms, oh wow! Here I'm trying to get some damage on red as I go for their bed, just so I don't have to worry about getting really low HP. And then once I break their bed, I somehow one-tap an AFK noob, and it takes me a little bit longer than expected because I'm not very good, but I beat both of them, and we're in a pretty easy match of Bed Wars. And so here we go into another game. I'm doing the exact same thing as I did last time. I checked the player list to see if there are any clan teams, because I kind of want to go for them first. Once I get to Gen, I just kind of look around and see what other teams are doing, just like I did last time. And then I go back to the bed and get Gen 1. Pretty simple. Same process on the other side. I'm trying to get Gen 2 as fast as possible. I see someone's trying to break the bed, so I go over there and help my teammate. And then I just start gearing up to go rush some beds like red that I'm about to do. I break Red's bed pretty easily, and then this noob tries lobbing before I destroyed him. And then I see this tryhard come over, and I go for him, and then I make my grand escape before the other guy comes and rushes me. So you gotta be aware of the stuff that you have in your inventory, so you don't carelessly lose a bunch of diamonds. Here I'm getting Gen 3 and placing a pirate flag so I can just keep collecting items while I go across the map. Right here, I see my teammate breaking Green's bed, and now that there's only one person left on Green, I kind of almost go in like a panic mode in an attempt to get the last kill, and as I'm looking for him, my teammate seals the game. Overall, a pretty good Bed Wars match. Here we're on to a new game, and I do the exact same thing as last time. I try to rush Jen as fast as possible, and I see someone rushing Jen, so I'm able to get out of there before he rushes me. Then I go back and I get a knockback fish, so I bait the yellow guy over the bridge to come and rush me, and I knock him off. I see one of my teammates break yellow's bed, so I try to rush in with him and finish the rest of them off, and I'm able to hit one guy off with the fish, but then I'm about to die, so I just rush out of there before I lose all my diamonds. Here I notice that no one is at the generators, so I basically just do a full loop around the map, just collecting diamonds for Gen 2 and 3. Usually if you do this once or twice a game, you can get Gen 3 pretty quickly. Pretty normal stuff. I'm just trying to get Gen 2 and 3 as fast as possible, just so I can get those lucky blocks. I help my teammate out real quick because I see he's about to die. Maybe he has some iron on him. I have no idea. And then, yeah, look, collect every lucky block. Because look, boom, I get 4 diamonds right there. And now I have enough to get Gen 3. I see that there's a big lucky block that no one's rushing, so I try to get over there as fast as possible, see if I can get any good loot. And then I'm able to get some really good loot, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go rush Green. I pearl over, break Green's bed, and then I make a pretty critical mistake. I go after this AFK person, I like miss all my hits, and then they're about to rush me, and then this guy with one of his kits, he hits me off, and I lose all my good stuff. So I'm pretty angry that I didn't get the last person on blue. So I just get over there with the bare resources. I didn't bring any balloons, and I have just an iron sword. And I pearl over there without any balloons. I have 73 health, and then I realize, uh-oh, I made a big mistake, and I fall off the map. Here it's pretty simple. I'm just preparing for rushing. I get some upgrades. My teammates are doing really good. And I'm just kind of waiting to see if someone's going to rush me, get some more diamonds. Pretty simple stuff. I didn't feel like I had enough loot to really rush some other teams. And then, would you know it, one of my teammates wins. Do a little spamming, and that's the game. That's basically how each game goes, just through the progressions and how I'm looking at every single scenario. If you enjoyed, maybe consider subscribing. I don't know. Rib it out.